pretty sure as well a few of them are playing for their jerseys next year. We know there's going to be massive turnaround in personnel at Castleford. They've already announced 6 new players, probably 4, maybe 5 further players to add, and there's players in the side tonight. Speculation already rife. The likes of Zaxini and Tex Hoy may be surplus to requirements if they want to bring players in from overseas and include them on the quota. So that's the conundrum for Castleford. The conundrum for Saints is to find their best team ahead of what at the moment is a playoff game next Saturday away at Leeds.
Or Lee.
Well, it could be Lee. Yeah. The conundrum there, or the equation there, I should say, if Huddersfield win at Lee and Leeds win at Wigan, it's all swapped round. But Saints do know whatever happens, they'll be playing their eliminator next Saturday night. Cal Felt gets us away. It's a really good kick-off as well. And Cass, well, I'm pretty sure that Barry's right. I mean, they've just got to play with a bit of pride in the jersey, haven't they? Here is Brad Singleton. Veteran status now, Brad Singleton, but he still puts in the hard yards, makes the tackles, and he'll have a lot of work to do, as will George Lawler, an ever-present, and he's been one of the shining lights, and he's been a dark season for the Tigers.
He never lets anybody down, George Lawler, runs his blood to water, can play anywhere in the pack. One of those players, when you're in the change rooms, you look to your left or right, if he's at the side of you, you know he's going to put a shift in. And these first 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes are so important for Cass. If they concede early, then you fear the worst for them.
Well, on the last, and there is Dejan Assi, who gets the kick away. It's a good one. Awkward bounce taken by Lewis Murphy. It's a real boost for St Helens to see Murphy back in the side, because of course they lost Owen Dagnall, who was arguably one of the best wingers in Super League, to a hamstring injury, and they thought that Murphy would be out until 2026, but he's recovered way ahead of schedule from a quad injury, so that can only be good news for them.
We know how fast he is. When he gets in broken play in space, he can finish. He needs to work on his catching though. You can't let that ball bounce and make you look stupid.
That drive before was from Shane Wright on debut, on loan from Salford. Looked like he'll be hanging around for next year as well. That was Noah Stevens, and here is Lomax now with a dummy, the Saints captain. Well read by Liam Horn. Last tackle, Saints are midway inside the Cass half, and it goes back to Jack Wellesby. That's a high hanger swirler from Wellesby. Yeah, good take from Seeley. Slotting in at fullback. Zach Seeley's missed the last 8 games, but interesting that he has gone to fullback, and Tex Hoy partnering Dejan Assi in the halves.
He's probably the most dangerous player within the ranks of the Cass team, and that ability to drift and come into the game, inject him into the game, the freedom it gives him playing in fullback. We've seen him a couple of times throughout the year, but a bit worrying for me in defence. Castleford very passive, no line speed as such. That could burn them if they carry on with that throughout the game.
Tell me, I mean, probably a position you haven't been in that often, but when for the last 5 or 6 games of the season, you literally play for nothing, how difficult it must be as Dejan Assi gets the kick away.
I think you're right, Stuart. Personal pride and the ability to be in a game while there still might be an upset. And I'm just watching this play unfold. Lewis Murphy progressing the ball forward. While ever there's a game to be won, I think they'll be engaged with this game, the Cass Tigers. The difficult patch will be if they go behind with a long way to go, what their attitude is like then.
Here is Kyle Felt, stopped on halfway.
Move now to where the ball, Kyle. Alex not there.
And back to his normal place at hooker, and here is Wellesby now. He's got support from Ignatius Passing, looking to offload, does do to John Bennison, but it's a decent play there, decent passage of play from St Helens, and threatening and attacking that Castleford line. Here is Batchelor, bound for Pastures New with Hull FC in 2026, and by now, and Wellesby for Stevens, and Stevens will wriggle over, and Noah Stevens, starting his first ever game for Saints, gets his first try. Brilliant play, great hands. Noah Stevens, the youngster. Saints have high hopes for him And he makes it 4-0 with just 4 minutes gone.
Brilliant build-up for St Helens. A couple of players before, lots of offloads, players pushing through, looking to support the ball carrier, and the young front rower gets over. It all starts with the offload. Jack Welsby ends up, and again, players flooding through, trying to find a support player. Benison plays the ball, takes the right decision, and midfield position. A nice cut-out pass goes across one front rower to another, who just simply carries Tex Hoy over the try line. A good try for the young front rower.
A lot of people in these parts think that Noah Stevens is going to be a real superstar. Very much in the James Graham mould. A scouser as well, like James Graham.
He's big, but I think more than his size, he's brave and he runs that way. And it looks like he's getting better every time he has a run out.
Having a look back as Kyle Felt puts over the 2 points and Saints lead by 6 points to 0. Noah Stevens, 22 appearances for Saints off the bench. This is his first start, and he celebrates with this.
Yeah, you go through a different emotion when you start the game, as opposed to being on the bench. You have to be straight into the action, right on. When he comes onto the field as a substitute, he's got to lift the tempo and try and match the pace of the game and improve it and increase it. Paul Wellens will say that to him when he's on the bench, but tonight he gets a start. Of course, not every player is just a substitute. There's plenty of starts while you're going through your rugby league career.
That was good in defence from Horn and Westerman to drive back Ignatius Passy. The Saints get on a roll here, as Barry mentioned. It's going to be really tough for Castleford to dig in. They conceded over 300 points. They're conceding at around about 35, 36 points on average per game in a run which has seen them win 1 of their last 10. So that just goes to show you defensively where they're at. Here is Saylor.
And that's the reason Tristan Saylor can get out and jump and nick 5 metres. The kick goes in. They're looking for field position here. Zach Senior will take it, but it's too passive for me in defence. You can't just go up, run up at 1,000 miles an hour and just pick your target. You've got to go collectively, but it looks like collectively they're hanging back.
And we talked about St Spine in the conundrum that Paul Wellens has faced. Where do you see Saylor? Where he is now at fullback and Welsby in the halves? Does Whitby come in? I'm not sure they're quite sure.
I like George Whitby, and I think at this level you make mistakes and it costs your side, and Paul Wellens and St Helens can't really afford at this point for George Whitby to learn those lessons at the cutting edge. But for me, he's the future of the club at halfback. Robertson may even be alongside him at 6.
Westerman up to halfway.
He's got spark. He's a player that can throw the unconventional. 6 again.
Yep. So a chance here for Cass to attack. First real opportunity for the Tigers inside the Saints half of the field. The try from Noah Stevens separating them. Here is Singleton now, and Assey with a long pass out looking for Wallace. Elliot Wallace coming inside. Beat one man. I think the attempted tackle of Benison eventually brought down by Felt and by Lomax. And here is Dejan Assey once more. Singleton offloads to Horn. This is good from Cass. They've got numbers out on that right-hand side. Wood looking for a way through. 10 yards out from the Saints line. And still opportunities here for the Castleford Tigers. Here is Lawler. Can they make the most of this foray into St Helens territory? Horn goes the short side. Assey now, and that's a good pass out, and it'll be a try in the corner for Will Tate. Well, that was really good. Crisp, concise, fast and slick, through the hands. First attack, first try, and Will Tate fires out a warning, and Cass fire out a warning. They're here to play.
And those fans who've travelled to watch the side tonight, delighted. I'm sure they were like us, Stuart, fearing the worst when that first try went in after just over 3 minutes, but good build-up play Nice slick handling, he does a good job over on that side, Sam Wood. Under some pressure.
Yeah.
I think it's Dion Cross who takes the gamble in the centre. He's been mainly used as a winger during his St Helens career. He's in the centre tonight. He goes up. Lewis Murphy follows him instead of maybe accounting for the winger. But let's not take the shine off what is a great try for Cass.
Great try, absolutely. All too easy as well, I think, for Paul Wellens and St Helens. They'll be disappointed with the ease of which Cass managed to score.
I think it's just a bad decision. It's a wrong decision in that back line. Sometimes you have to be a good defender. Sometimes you need to make good decisions in defence. And the wider out you are, the more important those decisions are.
Tex Hoy then, off the touchline. Is he able to level the game? It just goes to the right of the post. So 6 points to 4, 10 minutes gone. Saints striking first, and Castleford hitting straight back.
Well, absolutely. We want a contest this evening. I'm sure St Helens will enjoy a contest as long as they come out on the right side of it. But nice hands, a glitch in the defensive system for St Helens. And let's not be too harsh on Murphy. Lewis Murphy has not played for a significant amount of time, and as you said, has come back before expected to come back.
Missed the last 13 games, Barry.
Yeah.
Well, they did fear that he wouldn't play till next year, but here he is, and here is Brad Singleton. That'll certainly lift Castleford's spirits.
That's a good carry as well.
Yeah.
Just shows how important field position is going to be for them.
Horn from dummy half. Visibly lifted by that.
Oh, he's knocked the ball on.
He's trying to get up, and that's what you don't want. Having just got back in the game, second tackle, second carry, and a little knock on from Liam Horn, and this is a gift for St Helens.
He's such a live wire, the hooker. A bundle of energy for his side. There may well be a hand in. He wasn't confident enough to say to his captain, let's challenge that. And at this point, so early in the game, you don't want to get them wrong, do you? But I think he would have had a case.
Wellsby finds Saylor. I think it's fair to say the majority of clubs haven't really got the hang of the captain challenge.
Do you know what? I disagree. I think the players are getting more right than not.
As the season's gone on, yeah. There have been some crazy calls, haven't there?
Yeah.
6-4. Saints looking to extend their lead after the error from Horn. Lomax now, and Wellsby. Here is Shane Wright on debut, right on that try line as well. Real pressure from Saints after conceding that try. And by Lomax now. Here is Batchelor straightening up right in front of the post. Still a couple of tackles left in this set for Saints to maybe cash in. Lomax, and here is Benison, but good defence from Senior. Last one. Now, this is where Saints have been criticised this year, hasn't it, with their last tackle plays. Let's see what they can come up with here. Wellsby for Ignatius Parsi. Can't offload. Well, Cammy still trying to offload. Passy does do.
It's play on.
Westerman. It's play on. They're going to get a bit of lady luck there. Here is Saylor now. Saylor looking to go through. Brought down by Hoy. Well, that was a bit fortuitous, wasn't it, for Saints? Brought down. Lucky to get another set, but trying to make the most of it. Shane Wright, good goal line defence so far from the Tigers. Horn was in there with Westerman. And Bailly now, and Wellsby, they come to this right-hand side. Lomax goes on his own, but he's going to be held up. Good defence. He's dragged
him over the
that
line. Yeah, so they'll bring the ball back to the 10-metre line. They're standing up strong so far, Cass Tigers. Showing good attitude in defence.
Okay, Johnny, 3. Go.
6-4. Saints in the lead, and that's a short pass from Knowles, looking for Stevens again. Great tackle from Westerman right in front of the post. And by as they go to the left, Wellsby with a little kick through, looking for Wright, and it's Wood who will take no chances at all. Taps the ball behind. It'll be a goal line dropout, so it'll be a a third consecutive set here for Castleford to defend.
A gorgeous kick, wasn't it, from Wellsby? Playing in the halves this evening, takes it to the line and just dabs it. Nice little grubber through. Good commitment. Shane Wright almost got to the ball to mark his debut with a try.
And not opting to go short. Long dropout taken by Passy on halfway. Saints attacking again. Yeah, but so far the goal line defence has been pretty good from the Tigers, despite that early try for Stevens. What can they do here? And Saylor looking for a way through. Felt does well. Cuts inside. Arcee and Seany bring him down. Batchelor. Saints getting ever closer. Can Cass hold on? Off the ground, picked up by Lomax, and now they go to the left-hand side with Tristan Saylor with a little sidestep, and he was nearly through. It was well read, I think, by Wood in the end. Here's Wellsby for Passy now. Oh, the offload to Knowles, and he couldn't hang on. It may have been forward anyway, but diving towards the line, diving with the ball, Morgan Knowles puts it down, and Cass survived 3 sets on their own line.
Full credit from Cass Tigers, good commitment, and again, it caused the first try. The result was a try, and push support, close support. Morgan Knowles, who cleaned up at the Player of the Year awards at St Helens in his final year, just can't keep hold of the ball. Cass Tigers now finding some offloads and space.
We'll be glad to have him back, won't they, Morgan Knowles? He left the field very groggy after being clipped by Rhys Martin in the defeat at Hull KR. Missed the Wigan game, he missed the League game as well. Saints taking no chances, but he'll be key if Saints is to make any impression in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal player. Tough as teak, skills, and leads the charge for his side. Talisman for St Helens.
Off to the Dolphins with his former coach Christian Wolf, of course, next year.
4, move now, back, all the way again, go 4, made it now.
Castleford with Westerman. A little kick forward, Carl Felt has to do well, gets back and takes it.
Yeah, do you know what, Stuart, I'm not sure about that kick. They'd made over 60 metres with ball in hand. It was just a nothing kick behind the line from Arcee. I think maybe playing that set of 6 out, they may well have put Saints under pressure and forced a goal line drop out.
Well, they look committed, don't they, Cass? Nothing to play for.
Early change for St Helens, 16 minutes on the clock. They've rotated front rowers.
Yep, Passy off.
5, moving square to jump back. Go 5, bottom.
And Wellsby it is, having to kick from deep. It's an easy take for Zach Seany.
Surrender. Stand now. Hold it, wait.
Oh, a little subdued, isn't it? It's difficult to get going when there's not too much to play for. But
there's a bit of scar tissue around the place at St Helens, isn't there?
Yeah.
When they've been good, they've been very good. And in between that, it's a bit of a mixed bag for them. The scar tissue comes from them 3 losses where they've massively underperformed. There's reasons for that, there's mitigation for that, but they've got to start to find that form if they want to make a charge to Old Trafford.
Mellor it is. Yeah, Liam Cowan, the youngster, on for Passy, making only his 2nd appearance. Under pressure, Arcee gets the kick away, and it's a good take by Tristan Saylor.
You asked the question about Tristan Saylor. Fullback is his best position, but Jack Wellsby is the best fullback in the competition.
That's what I mean. It's
yeah.
a real conundrum,
yeah.
isn't it?
I think when you have both of them on the field, you take Wellsby and play him at 6. I think you take away his major strengths. You give him the responsibility of steering the side instead of letting him rove, and a bit like we were saying with Zach Seany, interject himself into the game wherever and whenever he wants.
Less opportunity to rove and do his own thing from half-back.
Yeah. Like he's just done there.
Wright does well here with Dion Cross. Will do well himself to stay in play. Just inside the Cats half of the field, still 6-4 Saints lead. Last tackle goes back to Johnny Lomax. Seeley watches it and watches it well, watches it closely. He's been pretty good under the high ball, Zach Seeley, so far tonight. 19 minutes on the clock.
Just about into the second quarter of the game. They would have been delighted with this. Chris Chester would have talked all week about hanging in. First part of the game, don't let it be a blowout. Keep your focus, keep your concentration, don't hand easy possession over. And so far, they've been pretty good. That's a good chase. Look at the difference in intensity. Morgan Knowles up and shuts the play down.
Mellor it was, trying to go through. Singleton with the offload, and so he'll be brought down.
Could have been a forward pass that.
Yeah, halfway. Certainly questionable, wasn't it? Kick away, and taken well by Kyle Felt.
Good take. He's had some good moments in his shirt. I'm not a fan of his stuff last week, but again, a try scorer. Posted 17 tries in 14 games for St Helens in 2025. Just needs to cut the acting out.
I think there's been too much of that crept in all over Super League this year, to be honest with you, Barry.
Move! 3 back, back, back! Got 3 tacks, not there!
Here is a bye for St Helens. Now Wellesby. That came off Will Tate, so Saints will get the ball back, and another chance to attack. Do you think, are you in the school of thought that the Saints have just lacked that spark, bit of a wow factor this year?
I think that's obvious, isn't it? They love a short side play, and when Jack Wellesby's involved in that short side play, you're always expecting something to happen. Shane Wright just can't quite be a significant link in that chain, but yeah, there's a big rebuild on its way. A lot of 30-plus age players. So Paul Wellens, you know, he's got a big job to get a squad together that can challenge next year, but we're still on this year.
There is Lomax. That seems a bit of spark here as Benison brought down. Just had half a dozen games on loan at Widnes, John Benison, but this will certainly be his last appearance in a St Helens shirt, you would think. Worthy, he's off to play for York in 2026. Whether that will be in Super League or not, we'll have to wait and see. Here is Batchelor, who drops the ball under pressure, and Saints with another error close to the cast line. But again, defensively, Castleford's very strong.
I feel like they're too passive, but with defenders like Alex Mellor in the ranks, who not only is a good defender, I beg your pardon, I'll give him credit for Lewis Senior's defensive effort. As this ball hits Batchelor, he's got 2 players around him, they just target the ball. And Senior, this left side, looks defensively very strong. Alex Mellor cleaned up at the Player of the Year awards for Cast Tigers. He's another player like George Lawler, puts a shift in every week.
Here is Wood.
Move now, Jack! Find me! Hold! Go on.
Sam Wood, you know, probably needs to rediscover the sort of form that earned him that England cap. You may remember last year,
Danny Maguire, when he was coach, saw leadership qualities in the centre and made him captain. It's been a bit of an injury-plagued season for him. When Danny Maguire was looking to try and influence the environment, you want young, motivated, hungry professionals to lead that charge.
4, move it square. Hold it, Moses, wait. Holding him in.
Couple of tackles left for Cass then, just inside the Saints half of the field. They'll go early with Dejanassi with the kick downfield, bounces once, twice, 3 times, eventually under pressure from Wood, picked up by Tristan Saylor. That was a cracking kick.
Yeah, it was an awkward kick. Tex Hoy put a bit of backspin on it, bounced away. I think it was Lewis Murphy who ended up having a difficult decision.
The Cass is planning for next year and beyond. Very much underway, and there's still at least 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 who are going to be announced in the next week or so for Cass. And talk about rebuild at St Helens, exactly the same for the Tigers. Here is a bye. Morgan Knowles now and Lomax. What can they do out of the back? But it came off the hands there of Wallace. It was a short pass, up for a cut-out pass there from Tristan Saylor. Well read by Elliot Wallace, but Saints will get the ball back just inside their own half of the field.
You feel like it's
16
coming.
minutes to half-time.
You feel like it's coming for St Helens. There's only one pass away from a line break. The winger took the gamble. Felt like the risk was worth it. That ball ends up in the hands of Kyle Felt. It's a try. Likewise over on the left edge. If Shane Wright can get the ball away, it's a line break, potentially a try. Two ways of looking at it. Cass are just getting the bodies in the way and just spoiling what Saints are trying to do. And then the other way is, if they can clean that skill up, St Helens, there could be 2 or 3 tries on the scoreboard.
I'm impressed with the shift that Cass have put in so far. Singleton is off and George Griffin coming on for Castleford, but they're giving it a go, and that's all you can ask for. As you say, that's all Chris Chester would have asked for this week. But he remains optimistic, you know, full steam ahead for the future, an exciting future. It's interesting to hear Chris Chester say that there are people at the club now who are doers, real doers. Well, let's see now if Saints can do, but the poor pass from Wellesby.
Yeah, he knows it as well.
Forward it was, and
slams the ground in frustration. He's running towards the player he's passing to. The angle wasn't right. If he steps off his inside foot, straightens up a little bit, commits the defender, you can see he's always on an outward angle. And when he's passing the ball, he's running towards the player he's passing it to, almost dragging defenders to the ball receiver.
First tackle as well.
Poor mistake from Wellesby.
Griffin with his first carry for Castleford. Their coach Ryan Carr, their new coach Ryan Carr, arrives at the last week of October. It'll be a big pre-season for him.
Oh, it's a big job.
And for the
fix
club.
Up.
Horn now and Westerman. As he finds Stimson on that far side. Joe Stimson plays the ball. Westerman again, always good with ball in hand. Here is Griffin. First attack of the game inside the Saints red zone. Cass came up with a try. What can they do here? Good play for Wallace, trying to cut inside. Wallace, last one. Suspicion of a high tackle there from Benison, grabbing at the Cass winger. Assey now with a teasing kick towards the line. Ball goes backwards. And it may well have gone forwards.
Yeah, I think the Saints player is offside.
Yeah.
Now just watching Morgan Knowles, who's limping in back play. He came away from that previous tackle. I think Wallace ended up with his head around the knees. Wallace, the ball carrier, collided with Knowles, and you can just see at the left just as he pulls up. And as we said, accidental offside, penalty to Cass, field position, and an opportunity for them.
Well, here they go. They're going for the try. They're a couple of yards away from the Saints line, and St Helens vulnerable again as Horn finds Westerman. They come to the left-hand side. RC now for Zach Seeley. Seeley looked to cut inside. 3 yards away from that St Helens try line. Wallace at dummy half. This is good from Cass. Here is Mellor, their player of the year. Beats the tackle of Lomax, eventually brought down by Morgan Knowles. But still the threat from Castleford. Assey, the ball goes now to Tex Hoy. They got numbers out with Wood. Wood for Tate, and they're in again. What a brilliant pass out that was from Sam Wood. Fantastic pass, and Tate steams in at the corner. 2 tries for Cass, 2 tries for Will Tate, and Castleford stuns St Helens. The Tigers hit the front.
Well, we've got a game on here. Will Tate hugs his touchline. Lewis Murphy, you can just see him at the top of your screen there. He has a decision. Do I go in and shut Sam Wood down? Do I stay out and mark my winger in case the pass is put in? Well, he does the first one, and Sam Wood reaches over the top and gives a beautiful pass to the winger. Second try for him. They look dangerous on the shift. Over on that left edge, Dion Cross. And Lewis Murphy, well, they need to get in sync and on the same page in defence.
What a pass that was, though, from Sam Wood. Lovely hands. That's the side that they have been attacking.
He's about 6'6",
yes.
so he's always going to go over, isn't it? It's the decision from Lewis Murphy to come in that ultimately undoes the defence of St Helens. And if he does come in, he's got to secure that ball.
Well, Saints have had most of the possession, most of the ball, certainly, but they sort of huffed and puffed, haven't they, close to that try line, and they haven't been able to blow the Castleford wall down as Texoy lands a corker off the touchline, and Cas stretch their lead to 10 points to 6. This is some performance from a team with nothing to play for.
Well, you can track that try all the way back to Jack Wellsby, and that basic mistake straight off the scrum. It's a gorgeous pass. And those Cas fans who've made the effort to come and watch their side are in dreamland at the minute, Stuart.
The Saints at the moment, I don't know. They're just off it, aren't they?
Move it square.
Take nothing away from Castleford. Really take nothing away from Castleford.
Two cracking
tries from Will Tate, both set up by Sam Wood. And I wonder how many people thought when Noah Stevens scored after 4 minutes that this was going to be...
Well, maybe the Saints players themselves did. Yeah. Jake Davis on for St Helens now, another debutant, brother of Ben. We're in number 34.
Move now, Jack!
Yeah, what a moment for him, the teenager, 18 years of age. Jake Davis, who... England Academy star, reserve player of the year. Saints think he's going to be the real star of the future. What a moment as he comes on for his debut. Another good kick downfield. Picked up on the bounce eventually by Kyle Felt. But
they're only small things, Stuart. They're only small parts of the game. But your desire and your urgency to catch that ball on the full, or let it bounce. Maybe tells Paul Wellens a little bit about his team tonight. They've got a penalty, and they gifted 25-30 metres downfield.
Senior it was who was hanging on too long on Tristan Saylor. And Bai finds touch on halfway. But when Castleford defended 3 consecutive sets on their own line, I kind of got the feeling that they were up for this, and so it's proved. And Saints with a bit to do, because if truth be known, they've been, in the main, they've been disappointing, haven't they? Yeah. 9 minutes to half-time, Cas leading by 10 points to 6. Here is Lomax now.
Good spot from Senior. Shut that play down. Tristan Saylor
had nowhere to go. Good defence, as you say, from Senior. Bell on as well for Saints to try and answer something in the middle.
Move Joe. Stand up. Go for.
Defensively, been pretty good. Cas. Bell though finds Karen on the last 8 yards away from the line. Young Liam Karen is brought down, and by now to Lomax, who'll aim for Felt in the corner, and Kyle Felt has scored a plethora of tries just like that in 2025, and he uses his height. He gets above Elliot Wallace, and he touches down for yet another try. 19 tries before tonight, 20 tries in 18 games at Saints 11.
Well, the questions about last play options are partly answered there with an accurate kick, a superb leap and catch from Felt. Almost looks like a training ground play. Wallace nowhere near catching that ball. He's going to attempt to convert his own try.
Well, he missed. I don't know how many tries he might have scored, you know, Barry. He missed, I think, 8 weeks with a hand injury. and that's 20 tries now in 18 games, 19 in Super League, and that's with missing, 2.5 months.
Yeah. Yes.
You get the feeling as well, a feeling of relief around the stadium.
Not yet. Not yet. A couple more tries might get these fans up out of the seats and allow them to enjoy the game. But the stubbornness of Cass, the lack of fluidity and real polish from Saints has left them nervous.
Yeah, felt wide with the conversion attempt. I like that word. Sums up Cass beautiful, stubbornness. And that's what they've been, haven't they? Saints fans far from impressed, but their team is level at 10 apiece.
There's an old expression, isn't it, in Rugby League? Mad Monday for these two teams is on a different day. The Mad Monday for Cass Tigers, technically it's not Monday, but the end of the season where they'll celebrate and draw a line under the season for Cass is tomorrow. So they've got to leave everything out on the field this evening. Saints have to live to fight another day. Is there a bit of self-preservation? That's a good carry from Cowan.
Had to be good tackle as well from Griffin. Yeah, young Liam Cowan debut as a sub in the loss to Lee. Former academy captain here at St Helens as well. Got some good kids coming through. Bell brought down, was that high by Westerman? Yes, it was, says the referee, Liam Rush. Penalty to Saints, 5 minutes to perhaps strike the front again.
James Bell is another one of the players that leaves St Helens at the end of this year. We haven't seen enough from James Bell in 2025. He's got that in his locker. For me, Morgan Knowles is one of the best players in the competition, but when he's not available or to supplement him in the 17, James Bell offers a lot for St Helens.
Yeah, he's only just coming back into the side, isn't he? 14 games he's missed through injury. Bell, who's joining Batchelor at Hull FC in 2026, and by it is, and Wellesby. Saints looking for some joy at the end of the half. Can they go back to back after that try from Kyle Felt? 10 apiece it is. Here is Bell now. Lomax, it's a good read by his opposite number. Janassi, crunching tackle on the Saints number 7. Bell now for Cowan. Cowan scrambles to within a yard of that Castleford line. Last tackle. What have Saints got in the locker? They got James Bell in the locker. Did he manage to get the ball down?
Yes, he's got it.
On the try line. Bell thinks he scored. The referee, Liam Rush, will take another look at it, but that could be a crucial try on the stroke of half-time. We shall see. James Vella is our video ref.
Checking the possible double movement. Live call try. I think he's got to the ground in the first place.
It's tackle 5, live decision of a try. We're checking for a potential double movement. So we can see Bell in possession at this stage, so we're just going to play at full speed. Okay, so we're now just going to break this down. So the defender effecting a tackle, Bell is in possession. Playing it on here. Okay, we're now going to focus on whether the ball has been grounded on the goal line. Okay, looking at all available angles. Focusing on the grounding. Has this ball been grounded on the goal line? Okay, we lose sight of the point of the ball there. Just playing it through. Okay, we're going to explore all available angles. Okay, playing it through. Okay. Has this ball been grounded on the goal line? So looking at our best available angle to view whether the ball's been grounded on the goal line. Okay, yep, playing it through from here. Yep, playing it through. frame by frame. Okay, the ball is up, still up. Okay, keep rolling it through. Okay, I need sufficient evidence to prove that this ball has not been grounded on the goal line. Okay, so if I can just go back now to camera 5, please. This will be my final angle. So from the angles I've seen so far, I have insufficient evidence to prove that the ball has been grounded. So just playing this one through frame by frame. Yep, rolling it through. Okay. Yep, keep rolling it through. Okay, keep rolling it through, yep. He's in possession, still in possession. Okay, yep, keep rolling it through. I can't see the point of the ball there. Keep rolling it through. Okay, I've reviewed all available angles. Because I can't see when or if the ball is grounded on the goal line, I have insufficient evidence to overturn the live decision. I've made my decision.
Well, there we go.
Well, here's the decision.
There we go.
Heard James Vella talking us through that. So, given as a try on the field, and a try it is. St Helens hit the front.
What does James Vell offer for a St Helens perspective? A completely different way of playing. His distribution is good, his run threat is good. What happens when he gets the ball is everybody set a little bit further back, but more than that, the defenders in front of him are uncertain and unclear and unsure what's going to happen. 4 becomes 6. 16-10 looks a lot healthier for St Helens, doesn't it? 6-10 after that second try. They can breathe a bit better now.
Yeah, I felt with the successful conversion, so Saints were trailing by 10 points to 6, but 2 tries in the space of a little over 3 minutes, and they hit the front. You thought that was a try
all the way through, yeah. And it may well be, again, that passive defence just bit them on the backside, Cast Tigers. They've got good attitude in defence, but unless they start to get up, bit like Liam Horn is doing there, that's better.
Stimson with a big tackle on Batchelor.
When you're defending your line, you can't afford to hang back.
Yeah, but I think you're right. You're spot on. Bell has made a difference as he's come on. He just offers them a little something different.
Here he is. Yeah. Here he is. Everybody's deep off him. He's got a short option in the front door. He's got an option out the back, and everybody's running. Everybody's on the front foot.
40.
Wellesby it is.
Give 10.
Looks to be a decent kick, and it is, and it's picked up by Tate just 5 yards
Look at
away.
That line. Now you
Bell
watch,
leads the chase.
You watch and compare the intensity and the line speed from St Helens. They're all in the blocks. They're trying to take meters away from Cass when they're defending. That's the St Helens of old. That's the St Helens that won 4 championships on the trot.
We'll talk about Saints' chances in the playoffs as this game goes on. Say it still looks like it's going to be Leeds, and there's a mistake from Westerman. Kick forward there by Wellesby, but Saints here are going to get a couple of minutes to get another try on the board.
And put that down to Shane Wright. Gets up quick, puts pressure on Cass, and it's too much. And Griffin, whilst carrying the ball forward, has a little wobble. You can see as soon as he catches it, he's trying to catch it and move out of the way.
Yep, George Griffin, evergreen, puts the hard yards in.
Shot clock off, time on, ball.
But Saints now could get 3 tries in the closing stages of this first half, and Lomax it is who finds Saylor. Saylor goes through on his own and is dragged into touch.
Oh,
brilliant defence that was from Senior.
Again,
Saylor was arrowing to the corner.
Standing off, just backing away. I don't know whether they're not prepared to make a decision defensively, or that's the system that they're using.
Well, it looks like here that Saints are going to use their captain challenge, I think.
This might be one, I'm reminded of one in a Wigan Saints game.
Time off. We've got a captain's
Well, the
challenge.
player was off the field.
Saints are challenging the ruling him into touch.
So they're disputing whether Saylor was out of play before he got the ball back.
He was out of play, but he was actually on a Castleford player.
Let's see. Big call.
Okay, we have a captain's challenge. St Helens are challenging the ruling of in touch. So we can see Saylor in possession at this stage. His feet are in the field of play. Still in the field of play. Okay, we lose sight of the feet there, just playing it through. We can still see he's in possession here. Okay, we lose sight of Saylor's body there. Okay, so we're going to explore all available angles. Does his foot touch the ground? Okay, we can determine from this angle that the foot remains up when the ball is released. So we're just going to look from behind just to see whether Saylor has entered touch.
The challenge is successful because I've blown my whistle. It would restart the previous play.
Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at Saylor's body. You see it comes up. We do lose sight of it, however, at this stage. We have lost sight of it. We're just going to look at one final angle. Okay, we've established that the foot remains up. Okay. Just going to look again now at the body, yeah. Okay. Okay. The body is up. I've established that the body is up. Saylor is not in touch at this point. So piecing this together, I can confirm that Saylor remains in the field of play to this stage. Okay, and then the ball is released. If we go back now, once the ball is released, the flag is raised by the touch judge at this stage. Okay, the flag is raised by the touch judge prior to the grounding. I've made my decision.
Successful. Is it? No, we're going to replay.
And make of that what you will. Challenge successful.
I told you.
He did. He was on the Castleford player. He got the ball out, but the try can't be given to Kyle
the flag went up.
The flag went up. That's trying to explain
So the trigger
rules.
happy
Yeah.
touch judge, linesman, has cancelled out a legitimate try. I think it's bonkers, by the way, that Tristan Saylor, who's on top of a cast player, but it's one of those anomalies in the rules. It doesn't look like a try, but to the letter of the law, it probably should have done.
Yeah. But it was a struggle if it felt. Look,
He's trigger happy, isn't he?
yeah, up goes the flag, down goes the ball. About 2 seconds between the flag going up and the ball going down. But once the flag goes up, that play stops.
Sorry. The video ref's just
Saints have still got.
It's on the 20, boys. It's on the 20.
60 seconds, I think.
Sorry,
He's
boys.
bringing the scrum back to the 20-metre line because that's where it was.
Because he's put his flag up.
So we go back
Put
to
his
the
flag
last
up,
player,
so
and I'm
play
repeating
stops.
what you've already
It's in
said.
text.
Saints with another chance before we go in,
It's in.
just
Zach,
over a
head in.
minute. And the good news
Okay,
for
stand
Saints
on.
is they retain the challenge.
Out.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball out of the scrum. Is it the same play?
One. Move now, Alex.
Young Jake Davis, 18 years of age, brought down
6 again.
by Mower. Set restart
come
though.
on.
Another set for Saints if they need it. Here is Dion Cross. Nowhere for Cross to go.
Surrender. Stand now, George.
And Moses
George,
Mbai.
wait.
Cass desperately needs to hang on here. Can't afford to let Saints in. Bell it is with the offload.
Alex, get square.
But he has made such a big difference, James Bell. It was picked up by Karen. 30 seconds to go. Batchelor goes for the line. Seeney's there and
Alex,
Senior as well. RC and Liam Horn. And By and Lomax now. Shifting it with Wellesby. And it was Stimson who dives onto the ball, and Cass will survive. So a bit of controversy and a bit of drama at the end of the first half. Saints denied a try by a touch judge's flag. Cass survived, and that will be that for what's been a really entertaining first 40 minutes. Saints go in front by 16 points to 10. They hit the front through a try from Noah Stevens early on, but then 2 scores brilliantly made by Sam Wood for Will Tate saw Castleford go in front, but then 2 scores in 3 minutes. Kyle Felt leaping to catch Lomax, and then Bell scrambling over the line to score. And then right at the end, Saylor thought he set up a try for Kyle Felt, but he hadn't. We'll review the first half and we come back. St Helens lead Castleford by 16 points to 10.
Scoreboard 16-10, all to play for Cass.
The Saints have been looking for some points on the board. Of course, they're
big shots. Muzzy Mustafa, what about that?
Brilliant stuff. Muzzy Mustafa and Griffin putting the pressure on, and young Liam Cowan making the mistake, and Cass forced the error with the first play. But what about that from Griffin? And Mustafa gets a nod of approval from a prop forward to my right.
He must have the biggest heart in the game, Muzzy Mustafa. There isn't much of him, but what there is all effort and energy. Gets the congratulations of his team. He scored a wonderful try last week against Wigan, their only try on the night. Jumped out from done half. On that occasion, he's lifting his team in defence.
Coy looking to go through on his own. Can he get the ball down?
Kept him up.
Just stopping him. Just. And I mean just. It was Benison who managed to stop Hoy from getting the ball down, but they were so close to a try there, Cass. What a defensive effort, though, to force the error from the young St. Karen. Here is Griffin now, who was part of that welcoming party that forced that mistake. But Cass fired up at the start of the second half. Horn now. Assey finds Muzzy Mustafa. He'll be part of Cass plans next year. As you say, all heart. All heart. Gives it his everything. Horn and Westerman. Westerman with a dummy. How many times have we seen him do that over the past 17 or 18 years? What a career Westerman has had. Ball! Chance opens up for Stimson. Has he managed to get the ball down? He just held short. He was trying desperately to get his arm round and his shoulder and get the ball down. Couldn't do it. Last tackle, last chance for the Tigers. Dejanassi goes towards the far side. Felt takes it well. Twice through Hoy and Stimson. They were close, so close, Cass, but they couldn't get the ball down.
What a take from Felt, not just in attack. We saw him in the first half score a try with a similar leap, and then with some intensity in the carry, they forced the whistle of the referee. Great work from Jake Davis on debut. This catch is beautiful with players around him. Alex Mellor, who's no shrinking violet himself, probably just mistimes his leap. Under pressure, 2.5 minutes on the clock. Saints haven't seen the ball yet.
Yeah, Cass coming out all guns blazing, and Bay on halfway. 16-10. It is. Here is Moses and Bay, and Lomax looking for a way through. The St Helens number 7. Morgan Knowles finds Bell. Bell does well once more. Mustafa, though, makes an important tackle. Quick play the ball. Wellesby in there at half-back, and Lomax. That was a great tackle on Batchelor from Dejanassi. It really was. And Bay and Lomax for the corner. Well, Davis was an inch away there from a try on debut, the 18-year-old. Great scrambling defence by Senior to knock the ball behind.
A kick off the side of his boot from the veteran Johnny Lomax, 35 years young. And I think that was set up. The fact that he was in the vicinity, Jake Davis, probably tells me he was expecting the kick. Almost gets his try on debut.
Yeah, another witness lad, Jake Davis. Come through the Saints Academy. And this time Karen gets the better.
Well, I'll tell you what,
he
made a beeline for him, didn't it, Leon Cowart? He thinks, I'm going to knock you right on your backside. How dare you?
I like the way he came back for more, though.
Oh, I love a duel. I love a duel.
Knowles with the dummy, nearly through. Zach Seeley with an important tackle on Morgan Knowles. Another quick play the ball, and Bay, and they go for the corner again, and it's taken again by Kyle Felt. Brilliant play for the winger. How good is he with those set plays? Ditto, Lomax architect, Felt try, and Saints strike first at the start of the second half.
Well, he catches one in defence near his own line, and a couple of players further downfield. The skill on short from the veteran winger comes out. Same players, Lomax to Felt, same result, second try. Moses Mbai jumps out from 9. The kick is accurate, the catch is beautiful.
20 tries in Super League. In all, 21 tries in just 18 games for Saints Kyle Felt. And he made it look so easy. That was after Cass twice came close to scoring at the other end.
Johnny Lomax with his previous kick, a repeat set, the competitive chase from Jake Davis, goal line dropout. It's all about building pressure, and you think about the importance of the kicking game as we start to enter into the back end of September, the beginning of October. It's going to be wet, it's going to be slippy, and that short kicking game is crucial at Old Trafford. But they've got to get there first, Saints.
One of those famous phrases in Super League. Our mate Eddie never writes off the Saints. Let's see, Carl Felt, 12 points from Felt tonight, now 14, as Saints extend their lead to 22 points to 10.
Well, you asked in the first half whether those fans would breathe deeper and easier now. I think one more try might just about see them enjoy. When Cass came out of the changing rooms, a big shot from Muzzy Mustafa got Cass in the right position. Saints defended the threats that they threw at them, went over the other side and got the first try of the game, of the second half, should I say.
Cowan again with the first charge, and here is James Bell. You talked about the playoffs and Saints and the fact that Paul Wellens has rested players. George Delaney suspended, Alex Walmsley ruled out with a head injury assessment, so he has to sit this one out. Mark Percival, Darrell Clark, Matty Lees, Curtis Siren and Matt Whitley and young Harry Robertson all to come back next week.
Yeah.
Oh no, George, back! Wait.
If they can get through this game with no injuries and obviously the right result, they'll go into the playoffs full of confidence, even though they're away, whether it's Lee or Leeds. It's a great challenge, isn't it? Oh, well done.
Brilliant. The kick for Wellesby was absolutely exceptional. And the chase as well, Benison and Cross making sure Sini had no chance. Wellesby with a bit of magic off the left boot.
Great stuff. Good kick. It may have been half a metre offside. Dion Cross, he gets away with it. As soon as he picks that ball up, Zach's seen it. Two defenders in front of him, they keep him up, hold him up, and push him over the line.
Shot clock off.
Hoy with the dropout taken by Lomax. And here is young Karen again, manages to charge and roll off Muzzy Mustafa's challenge.
Go on.
Mbai and Bell now.
Two. Hands out, Joe.
Just wonder whether Cass's chance was in that set they have on the Saints line in the first couple of minutes of this second half. Here is Liam Cowan once more.
Straight out. Hold.
He's put some work in, hasn't he? Knowles. Stimson with the tackle along with Horn. Griffin up top as well. The Saints threatening once more with Bell. Lomax. Mustafa's in there once more to make the tackle. Saints looking for back-to-back scores, leading by 22 points to 10. Wellesby again goes to that corner for Kyle Felt, and it comes off his shoulder, and it's taken in the end by Dejan Assi, but that will be a knock-on this time against Kyle Felt, and somehow Cass survived the barrow.
I've just been trying to work out, it looks like there's been a reshuffle to me. We talked about the indecision in defence for the left edge of St Helens. It looks like Benison has come over to this left side, and it looks like Jake Davis is in the centre over on the right.
Yeah, I just wonder whether there's a problem with Lewis Murphy. He coming back after over 3 months out, not back on the field. We'll try to find out what the news is on Lewis Murphy. Saints will hope that it's not too bad. 10 minutes gone in the second half. They lead 22-10.
Go for.
Cass Tigers looking to make their way downfield, advance the ball forward, get away from that try line. He looks dangerous when he puts these high kicks in. There's Janase. Benison under no threat. Oh, that pass was on to his winger as well.
Felt was on the charge.
Good push through from the veteran winger. Morgan Knowles taking a well-earned break now. You'd think that'd be his night over with half an hour just less to go.
How now, George? I mean, Joe.
22 points to 10. Here is Saylor.
4. Move now, get square.
Stopped on halfway. On the last again, it goes back to Wellesby. And that's spiralling, that's difficult. Which way will it bounce? Well, this time the bounce does favour Castleford. I think Zaxini was caught in two minds, but the ball goes dead. It'll be a 7-tackle set for the Tigers from their own 20.
Surrender. Stand now, 0. Wait. Go 0.
I think young Noah Stevens is making his way onto the field. Some good signs, isn't there, in the forwards?
Go on. Well done again.
Been impressed with Leon Cowan. He's had a go, hasn't he? He's had a dig.
Yes, without a doubt.
I've enjoyed the duel between him and Muzzy Mustafa.
Do you want to stop the game?
Ignatius Parsi also back on for Saints. News about Lewis Murphy.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear you first time.
They've just been taken off as a precaution. They don't want to risk him.
I think he's being brought off now. We saw Noah Stevens getting stripped on the sideline.
Wait for the change.
Yeah, good effort. It's been a really good stint that by Lee and Karen. Being led off. I'm just wondering whether he might got a bang to the head as well. There could be an HIA incoming for young Lee and Karen, but 20 years of age, and if he's impressed Barry McDermott, then he must be half decent.
He's run hard and determined all evening, hasn't it? Probably one of those collisions has worried the medical staff, and they want to take him off just to assess him.
Westerman now for Cass. Dejan Assi. It was Lawler looking to go through a gap. Lomax who made the tackle.
Johnny, don't go back in.
That's a good ball now for Senior. Senior's got an opportunity if he can find his way to the line. Right on the line he stopped. Saylor was there, Lomax was there. And Batchelor bringing him down. Little kick through now, and Saylor takes it well, but he'll be pinned back. That was a terrific set by Cass. Senior denied a yard away, and then the pressure on Tristan Saylor, and Saints now will have a goal line drop.
Good stuff again from Castleford. A nice line break over on the edge, managing to strip the defence of St Helens, and he just can't get over Lewis Senior, but as he has done since he got onto the field. Who's there? Muzzy Mustafa.
Stay on. 10 seconds.
Sam Hall in attendance as well, so they'll get a little look at the line.
Felt goes long. And here is Sam Hall with his first carry, takes the play back into the Saints half of the field. Just the one try so far in the second half. Scored by Kyle Felt, 14 points from the Aussie winger out of Saints 22. Dejan Assi again, they're taking that side on, and Mellor it is who skips through. Lomax and Felt bring him down, but this is good play from Cass. They aren't finished yet, that's for sure. Assey, but that was a poor pass.
Oh, good shot, Noah Stevens.
Yeah, it was a good shot from Stevens, but it left Hall with little space and little chance.
You're asking a lot of a big, tall player to catch the ball at the line. He catches the ball, it's right in the at the same level as the shoulder of Noah Stevens.
The knock on there, I think.
He's gonna give Saints the ball back, saying there's no advantage.
Shane Wright it was.
Saints ball. It's before the ball's brought back into play.
Great work.
There's no
again.
advantage from the first one.
Saints, when they brought players on, I know Noah Stevens started this game, but when they brought players on, they made an impact straight away. Saints get the ball back and a reward for good defence.
Sorry, by the news from the sideline, just to confirm what we probably knew, young Liam Cowan has failed his HIA. It's a real shame because he's put in a big stint, and as I say, he's carried the ball up really well for Saints, but he won't play any further part. 25 minutes to go. Saints leading by 22 points to 10. Losing 3 on the spin. It's their inability as well to beat the top teams this season, which has cost them any chance of a home playoff. But once they're in the playoffs, who knows? It's a blank piece of paper, isn't it? Jake Burns is on for Saints. Here is Bell with a short pass out, looking for Noah Stevens, who's been impressive as well. Scored Saints' first try. Lost his boot on halfway. Tristan Saylor. And a present for Saints. Saylor this year played all 30 games in a Saints jersey. Wellesby with a high chested kick there for Seaney, does well, but the chase is good, and Castle have to start 5 yards away from their own line, still trailing by 12.
We've hardly mentioned Zach Seaney. He's a player that can break the line. He's got a pass in him, nice evasion skills, got pace too, but Saints through the kicking game have nullified any involvement he's had.
Another failed HIA as well. Elliot Wallace, the Cass winger, who took a knock. He won't be back either. Muzzy Mustafa, only one way, but he knows. That's forward into the fight. Kick downfield, well read by John Bennison. Bennison's done all right tonight. Pretty impressive, by the way. Yeah.
You know, sometimes players go out on loan, they can sulk, and it can take away the confidence. That time at Widnes seems to have inflated his confidence. He's running the ball again here. He's performed really well in the centre. Obviously, where's number 5 for Saints?
Yeah, I wonder whether he might be in contention next week. Big tackle there on Kyle Felt. Defensively, Dejan Assey always steps up, doesn't he, for Cass? Here is Bell now, and Ignatius Passy always looking to offload, but in doing so, he's lost the ball.
He was never going to get that ball away. We saw one in the first half. He wrestled and rumbled and eventually got that ball away. But on that occasion, too many defenders, too many arms, too many hands, and it's an easy let-off. Players around the ball, they know what they're going to get from him. At this stage of the game, it's perhaps not what they needed. They needed to camp out, spend some time down here, because I feel that the closer Cass are upfield, or the further upfield they are, the closer they are to scoring.
Shelby, it's a game lacking in intensity, so it's hardly going to be the ideal preparation for Saints ahead of the playoffs. Also, when you consider all the players that are not involved to come back.
So what's the question?
The lack of intensity.
Why is the intensity not there? I think Saints, who have something to play for, are expecting the scoreboard to be ticking. It's not quite going their way. And Cass, while ever they're making it awkward for St Helens, they're taking all the energy away from the team. They're taking the energy away from the crowd as well.
Last home game, whatever, of the year for St Helens, as Seaney finds Mellor, does well on that far side. Good strong charge by Alex Mellor. Johnny Lomax has gone down as well, holding his arm. That wouldn't be good news, would it, for Saints? It's a high hanging kick, and Bennison under it does well. Lomax is up in backfield, but the trainer is on just to have a look at the Saints captain. He got up holding his right arm.
I don't know whether it's one of those awkward finger type things when your hands are involved in shirts, and we can often see players dislocate fingers while they're reaching. I don't know whether it's a wrist or a finger issue, but he's back in the line. You'll have to do better than that. Yes. To put him off. Jake Burns on the field now. He'll want to inject some pace and threat around the play of the ball.
Wellesby now. Here is Saylor. Lomax is okay. Tries to go through, approaching 400 career appearances, Johnny Lomax.
It's astonishing when you think of all the injuries he's had.
Yeah. Wellesby goes high again, and Felt will try and take him to touch. He does really well.
Not too many players back behind the ball for Cass now.
It was Senior, wasn't it? Watched it really well, Lewis Senior.
Last quarter of the game, it's often where tired bodies start to lose focus and concentration. There you go, there's a lack of concentration.
Yeah, ball goes to ground from Tate, and the referee will say it's a knock on. Wellesby was saying it was play on, but I think the whistle had gone and the Cass players had stopped.
Alex, the ball's come out after I've called the tackle. Irrespective of the direction, it's come out after the tackle's
complete. They're going to go for a captain challenge on to whether the ball was lost or whether it was a knock on.
He's lost the ball after the tackle is completed. Well, they're asking, do they want a challenge, but I'm not sure they're going to win that.
Scrum.
The tackle's completed. The ball gets knocked on, so it's a scrum.
As you could see perfectly there.
I'll take the line. Take the line. Take the line.
Well, should they have challenged?
Be confident, Joe. It's in.
The defending team would always say it's the responsibility of the attacking player to hold on to the ball.
It was an offload. I'd say it was an offload.
Yeah. It came off Ignatius passing, so there you go. Different camera angle, different result. The Saints attacking now with Benison.
Move! Fight me! Hold! Go on.
Jake Burns at dummy half.
That's what Jake Burns has. He has an accuracy at dummy half. Doesn't matter how far the player is, it always finds its target.
Wellesby now, Saints setting up on that right-hand side for Tristan Saylor. Good defence. Saylor stopped and dragged over the line, so he'll have to go back to the 10-metre line. Tristan Saylor.
Come with me.
Yeah,
come with me, mate.
Well done, George.
Noah Stevens. Saints hunting another score. 18 minutes to go, leading 22 points to 10. Lomax, ball goes inside for pass.
Again, another loose offload.
Mustafa, right place at the right time.
He's all over the place, Muzzy Mustafa. And Saints again guilty of overplay. I think Cass are creaking here, there's no doubt about that. They've put a lot of effort into this game. 63 minutes. It's not out of the realms of possibility that they can come back. James Bell up quick.
Here is Mustafa.
Oh, another one.
James Bell is putting his hand up to play in the Eliminator next week, isn't he?
See what happens.
You give him a gig, you give him a place on the pitch. Again, Saints allowing the ball to bounce.
Felt on a hat-trick, 17 minutes to go. Time to get it as well. Gets up gingerly there, he was holding his back, wasn't he, Kyle Felt? Saints already short on wingers. Lewis Murphy's gone off. Owen Dagnall, of course, has a hamstring injury. And he looks to be struggling there, Kyle Felt. I don't know whether his back has gone into spasm, but he really is in some pain on the far side, the Saints winger.
Well done, Westerman. Saw that play coming. Up quick on Tristan Saylor.
Go for Joe, you're not square.
Burns now, and Wellesby. Here is Lomax. Good play for Benison. Can Benison scoot round? And he can. And John Benison is a really good game for Saints. Whether it's his last game in a Saints shirt or not, Benison comes up with a try that puts the game to bed. And Saints lead 26 points to 10.
Nice play from Saints. Lovely late movement from the captain, Johnny Lomax. Shoots round from the open side, creates the extra number. You can just see him at the bottom of your picture. Defenders haven't accounted for Johnny Lomax. Still does well, Benison, to finish. Evades a defender. I think it's Zach seen it. He does for footwork. But the involvement from the captain, more attackers than defenders, and he improves the ankle as well.
Thank you, mate.
Wellsby to the line, Lomax, Dion Cross providing Benison with a final farewell try.
Well, this isn't good news for St Helens.
Just make sure we don't miss
Ahead of the playoffs, Kyle Felt being helped off the field. He got up very gingerly. If you may remember, he caught the bouncing ball and ran the ball forward. But he's really struggling there with his back. And look, he's going to have to be helped into the dressing room. And that could be very, very bad news for St Helens.
Yeah, he doesn't look comfortable at all, does it? Here's where it happens. I don't think there's any foul play. I'm trying to see if George Hill does anything untoward. Doesn't appear that he does. Might just be one of those unfortunate twists and tweaks. We'll try and get some info from the sideline.
Benison!
Oh, they waved that away. Aren't they mean? It looked from our angle.
It did. We're right behind it on the
it looked from our angle. It had gone over, and of course, his last game for St Helens at his home ground, he'd be disappointed with that. He even improved the angle himself to make it a bit easier.
Keep talking.
Let's have a look again. I think that goes over. Mean. Right, final, what have we got, 14 minutes for St Helens. Well, he called held the referee while the player was still moving.
There's a player letting him wait.
That seems to be what he's
going to do here.
Pass the ball. It's going to be a play the ball here. You pass the ball after the
Yeah,
hell
he's
call.
going to go back to the play the ball.
You can't challenge it, man. You
I
can't
think
challenge it.
it's
It's pass the
explaining
ball after the
there
hell call. It's not a
to
challengeable
Alex
decision.
Mellor.
Alex Mellor's saying the tackle was still in motion.
Alive, yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, he's got away with one there, Noah Stevens.
He's passed the ball. You've got a player who's dragging him. Tackle one. Okay.
Yeah, that's a call held. Yeah, but as you mentioned in the first half, it's been a strange old game, subdued atmosphere.
Don't hold him in. Go to.
All Saints wanted to do was to come through it without any serious injuries.
I've experienced this during my time at Leeds. Successful periods, as we said, 4 on the trot. Everybody expects Saints to win, and not just win well. And when they're not, and they're slightly off, as they have been for a period of time now, Saints are probably going to have to adjust their expectations. There's a rebuild in process. Paul Wellens needs to assemble a squad that he's happy with, and that's in 2026. For now, we'll see what Saints can get out of the season.
This time Senior lets the ball bounce, but to his advantage. Yes, Saints haven't officially announced a single signing yet for 2026. Well, they haven't actually confirmed Paul Wellens in the job, have they, for next year? But surely they will.
I hope so. I hope they give him the right squad that he wants. He can play the way that he wants it to play. Lee Breers, Eamon O'Carroll. All good coaches, good British coaches.
Senior for
an English, a Welsh and an Irish international in the coaching setup.
Mustafa. 12 minutes to go.
He's had a good game. He always has a good game, Mustafa. I think people just wish there was more of him.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's that size, because if he's 6 foot tall, everybody's in danger.
Oh, Sailor now with a chance to break, took it well. It was Lawler who chased back to keep out the danger.
Surrender! Stand down!
That's Dion Cross.
Wait! Go to. Play on, you're doing the play the ball. 10's good. 3! Move now! Go 3.
The last 10, 11 minutes of the season for Castleford now. I don't think they're coming back from this scoreline. So how do you want to be remembered in 2026?
Lomax.
2025, sorry, I'm jumping forward a year.
5! Move, Alex! Find me, George. Wait.
It's like Moses Mbai playing in the centre there. They've really had to mix and match, haven't they, with the injuries to the wingers. Wellesby with the high kick, and the ball bounces back to right, but it was a forward. It came back forward. Shane Wright.
Tristan Saylor gets up and in an attempt to bat it back, just bounces forward. Shane Wright, another player looking for a try on his debut, becomes the 1,300th player to represent this fabulous historical club.
Yeah, Jake Davis at 18, number 1301. One night for him and his family to remember. Here is Singleton at the back end of his career.
He may well be playing for Cumbria against Nigeria.
Yep.
At the end of the season. Always had a strong contingent, Cumbrians. They're going to get the ball back, Saints.
They are not the best offload. Pounced on by Cross. Here is Noah Stevens. 10 minutes to go.
Cumbria in Cumbria is one of the hardest matches ever. I've been there several times and only come away with a good hiding, Stuart.
Moving square, Alex. Sam, sorry, wait. Wait, go 3.
Here is Burns now for St Helens, and Wellesby with the error, went without the ball.
There hasn't been too many basic mistakes. The skill hasn't been right on a couple of occasions. Jack Burns jumps out, gives it Wellesby. You'd have to be honest that Jack Wellesby should have caught that, perhaps thinking about what he was going to do with the ball before he caught it. I think there's a bit of blood on Zach Seeney.
Yeah.
Looks like he's getting some attention. Yeah, a bit of red sweat. Hasn't been a happy return for him. He hasn't had too many involvements. It always makes me laugh that there's blood on his blood on his face, and what did they do? Put water on it, make it look worse. Shove a bit of Vaseline up there and something to stop the bleeding. Yeah, he's okay.
He's okay.
Crack on with it, lad.
Heads in with your loose. With your loose.
It's a very uncomfortable. It's a very uncomfortable thing to wear, and it's a very uncomfortable thing to look at, isn't it?
Move now. Hold. Wait.
But he cracks on, and here he is.
Surrender. Stand. 2. Hold. Go 2.
Good defence,
Concrete
good
used,
line
by
speed.
the way, on Kyle Felt-Barry. He's getting treatment. It looked like it was lower back, whether it was a spasm or not, I'm not sure. But away goes Senior down that
Great work,
line.
Moses Mbai.
Yeah.
That's experience for you. He's a much faster man, Lewis Senior, but he uses the sideline as his friend, Moses Mbai. And all the way he's got that ball, all the time he's thinking, when can I get away from the sideline? It's all smiles for Moses Mbai, who's thinking, thank God he didn't burn me for pace. Oh, he pulls up, doesn't it? Yeah.
Playing in the centres, Moses Mbai, 2.5 years a Saint. He leaves at the end of the season.
He's going to have to come off, I think, here. He pulls up, you can see he gets into full stride. I think you can just about see a bulge on his quad.
Yeah.
It might be another quad strain. They're going to run out. Both teams are going to run out of bodies here. James Bell comes off the sideline there. He's had a big involvement this evening, changed the game for me.
You're right, he's holding his quad, isn't he?
Yeah. Just see that little bubble at the top where he's holding it there.
Yes.
I think that's a quad strain, that. Wow.
George Hill will come on to replace him.
George Hill's a hooker. Here's where the injury happens. You can just see him pull up. Straight away he feels his quad. And then Moses Mbai barrels him over the sideline. So I'm trying to work out how they've reshuffled here. It looks like Stimson's defending in the centre. On this side, over on that side. Try and work it out for you.
I think we're all over the shot.
Oh, they're just patching up, aren't they, both teams?
Because they've lost so many players to injuries or to concussions. Stevens there runs into Brad Singleton. It's the penalty.
Yeah.
Elbow, says the referee.
No, it's a shoulder charge, Stuart. He ends up the collision. You can see here the big Cumbrian forward puts his shoulder in. He doesn't make an attempt to wrap. That's probably what he's guilty of.
Way there, back, George, back.
7 minutes to go. The St Helens season in their own stadium. Is there another try in there somewhere for Saints? Wellesby. It's intercepted.
He's away.
Wood's got an opportunity. Has he got the legs? Wood, across comes Stevens. Ball is inside for Mellor. Mellor now scrambling away, and somehow Wood was stopped, and somehow Mellor was stopped, and somehow Castleford haven't scored yet. Sini now with a chance to run with the ball. Hoy cuts inside. Nowhere for Tex Hoy to go. Saints a bit sloppy with the ball. Here is Griffin. Offload for George Hill. Still right on that St Helens line. 6 minutes to go. Cassin with a shout here of getting some more points on the board. Singleton and Arce with a long pass out for Wood, and Wood will go in at the corner, and they do get their try. Sam Wood with the score. Another try, deservedly so for Castleford. Too little too late, but Sam Wood with the try.
He deserves that, doesn't he? He's had a couple of key involvements in defence. He's the player that makes the break, gets the intercept, sticks his arm out. But the high skill is not only get your hand to the ball, but give yourself enough time to catch it. You can see, can't you? Eyebrows almost touching the top of the stadium. He's thinking, how am I going to get all the way downfield? But Cass do enough, don't they? They're outnumbered. You can just see Dion Cross with about 3 players to mark has an impossible decision to make. Lovely ball movement, delightful ball over the top, and he deserves that, Sam Wood.
Great pass from Dejan Arce. And Wood does get the try. And Cass do get the try that their efforts have deserved tonight.
Oh, he's breathing deep, isn't it? It's a long way, that. I'm not a lip reader, but I think he said, I'm really tired then.
You can't deny Cass their score in this second half.
I'm still maintaining stubborn is the word I would use.
10 out of 10 for effort, that's for sure. Tex Hoy off the touchline. See if he can get another 2 points back for the Tigers, but it goes to the left, drifts to the left of the post. 26-14 it is. 4 minutes to go.
Well, St Helens with a tremendous amount to lose in this final 4 and a bit minutes, because every involvement now will bleed into next week and that important away fixture in the playoffs. So they want to get every element of the final bit of this game right. And the exhausted Sam Wood gets over.
Singleton, and they're going to go for it. Seeley finds Dejanassi. Here is Lawler. George Lawler playing in the centre.
It's still a funny atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah.
No celebrations.
So many players have been coming and going tonight with injury and HIA assessments. Singleton with the offload, and Assey again, and they go down that left-hand side. Seeley finds...
Wow, their edge defence has been chaotic, St Helens. A lot of players moving and shifting and players playing out of position, but I don't even know how many line breaks Cass have made.
Chance on the right-hand side now.
Stimson.
Yeah, Joe Stimson's had a decent game. Straight from Tommy Half, and it's a hat-trick! It's a hat-trick for Will Tate. Saints caught cold, caught short on the short side, and Will Tate gets his hat-trick, and Cass get another try.
Joe Stimson playing out of position in the centre without knowing it, provided an opportunity to Will Tate, who's full of spring now, isn't it? All the Cass players with an extra spring in their step, they're jogging back. They want more. It goes from coast to coast. Tex Hoy taking it to the line, putting it across the face of the replacement, George Hill, and he's just first to react, isn't it? Bennison can't get up, can't make it to marker, and as soon as Bennison is on the floor, I bet you Will Tate is thinking, if he's not watching, I'm going here. He's still on the floor, Bennison. And the young Jake Davis, yeah, he's another player out of position. Lots of lessons to learn here. It's tough at the top level.
Tex Hoy missed with the conversion. Across the face of the post, so 26-18 it is, but
I think they've missed 3 conversions, Stuart.
Yeah, all difficult.
They are, but if they go over, it's a very different ball game. It's a very different final few minutes. Here we go.
Yep, giving it another go. Tate down. Will race down this right-hand side. Tate with the kick inside. Chase is on. Oh! In the chase, and they've got another one. They've got another one in front of the post. Liam Horn with an absolute cracker. Well, we're going to double check. The ref, Liam Rush, has given a try on the field, but wow, what about that from Castleford? The video ref, James Vella, will have another look, but this isn't over just yet.
Okay, we have a live decision of a try. We're going to check the original kick here. Okay, so pausing it on the boot, chases both feet behind the ball at the point of the kick. So we can see there are two players and Griffin who are offside. The other kick chasers to the right are onside. So we're playing on at this point. So monitoring the movement of the offside chasers. See Hoy, the kicker, running through. Playing on. Okay, so the player taking possession is onside from this kick. Playing on. Now ruling for this second kick, pausing on the boot. Chasers on the inside are onside. rolling it through. We'll now focus on the grounding. And the ball is grounded. I've made my decision.
Well, would you believe it? We didn't expect this finish, but what a finish we're getting. Castleford has scored 3 tries in the space of 5 minutes, and they're going to get their hands on the ball at least one more time. And as Barry mentioned, the missed kicks from the touchline, the difference, would you believe, with 2 minutes to go, St Helens lead by 26 points to 24, and Cass are going to get another shout.
Well, a team with nothing to lose is a very dangerous animal. It's 26-24 the scoreline is. You can bet your bottom dollar Saints players are walking to this kickoff here. Just over 2 minutes left.
We didn't expect this.
No.
Saints were coasting 26-10. Then we got the Wood try in the corner. Then they went back up the other end of the field. Well, Tate completed his hat-trick in that brilliant, breathtaking move from classy Cass.
Wow.
And Horn's try under the post.
They're
and
having
here we
another
go
here.
again. They're going to go again. Dejan Assi. Saints look out on their feet. Wood, the offloads will keep coming here for the Castleford Tigers. It would be something extra special if they could create something more here. Horn, who's just got that magical try just a minute or so ago. Singleton now. Saints desperately defending. 90 seconds to go. Horn, they're fanning out to the left-hand side.
And they had numbers again.
Yep, Lawler's
Cross
down.
Dion Cross on his own with 3 attackers.
Couple of tackles left in the set. Still all to play for. This is the last one. Have they got some magic in the boot of Dejan Assi? The chase is on. Tristan Saylor takes it well. And Saylor may well just have diffused the situation for St Helens with 60 seconds to go. I just wonder whether on that last tackle play it was worth gambling.
Yeah, there were so many players screaming for the ball outside Dejan Assi. He puts the kick up high, hoping for a mistake from Tristan Saylor. He's not going to drop that though, is he?
Perhaps they would have been better gambling on the last.
They've gambled with everything in the last 5 minutes, haven't they?
Absolutely.
Keep hold of the ball, St Helens now. Couple of tackles to play out.
Cross it was who was brought down. Last 20 odd seconds. Lomax. Wellsman with the kick through, and it's a good one because it will slow the play down. It will stop the clock with 6 seconds to go. Castleford racing here to form the scrum, but it's too late, and the final hooter goes. A brilliant, valiant effort from the Castleford Tigers just comes up short, and St Helens left hanging on, and they were hanging on. Win by 26 points to 24.
A topsy-turvy game, wasn't it? You had one team that was playing to win and one team that was trying not to lose in St Helens, and those last 3 tries, one from Tate, long-range effort, well, not a long-range effort in terms of the try, but a break, and then a try from Sam Wood first, Tate second, and then Liam Horn's try. Complete expression with the ball, a kick, a chase, 25-30 metres with the ball in hand. Kick goes in again from Tate, and Liam Horn. These St Helens fans are breathing a huge sigh of relief. Pushed and challenged all the way. 5th versus 11th. You wouldn't know which side were 5th and which side was 11th.
Well, 26 points to 24. Saints just get the job done. And the big news for Saints is confirmation that they will be playing next Saturday away to the Leeds Rhinos at Headingley. Lee beat Huddersfield by 30 points to 16. Wigan were 22-6 victors over Leeds. So what we do know is that on Friday night, Lee will face Wakefield. On Saturday night, Leeds will play St Helens, and they are the elimination playoffs next weekend. Bring it on, Barry!
Everything's settled now, isn't it? We look forward. Cass will look forward to an off-season. Liam Horn and his teammates will know that they came and had a dig, and those travelling fans, a small band of them, will have been delighted with what they've seen. Morgan Knowles, Brad Singleton, I talked about Cumbria being a proud county. There's two proud Cumbrians. It's been an incredible game, and the late surge from Castleford Tigers at the end meant that it was a close game, but the Betfred player of the match goes on the losing side, and it goes to Will Tate, who scored 3 and set one up for his team.
Yeah, so there we go. Castleford coming so close to a big upset. And in the end, they were very close, weren't they? As Barry said, Saints were left hanging on right at the end. But a win, it doesn't make any difference in terms of where they finish in the table. But our Betfred player of the match is on the losing side this week, and it's Castleford's hat-trick hero, Will Tate. And I think one thing that we're all perhaps wondering, Will, is where's that performance been?
Oh, we've had a few tough weeks, you know, but I think what's been important is like the boys have stuck together. There's been a lot of outside noise, and I feel like we've stayed together as a group, and we just wanted to have one last dig for each other.
Yeah, I was speaking to Chris Chester yesterday, and that's all he said. He just wanted you to have a real go, and you had a real go.
Yeah, 100%. We had nothing to lose coming into it, and Saints, you know, they're looking to get a bit of consistency coming into the playoffs, but we thought if we threw the ball about, we'd have a good shot, and we nearly got there in the end.
You did. I mean, you just show what you can do as well, and you know, we look forward, or Cass will look forward to 2026 maybe with a bit more optimism.
Yeah, potentially. There's a lot of changes behind the scenes and on the pitch as well, so we'll just see how that goes. Yeah.
But a hat trick.
Yeah, happy with it, but you know, a couple of walk-ins. I get those opportunities because the boys have played well. I thought our middles were outstanding tonight. I didn't have to make too many decisions on an edge, and you know, that's testament to them. They did a lot of graft, and you know, they have done all year. We've been putting ourselves in some bad spots, but those boys were great tonight as well. Yeah, I mean,
you took your chances, didn't you? And we were just saying there were some difficult touchline conversions that Tex Hoy had, which may have made a difference. But Barry and I up here certainly enjoyed your last one, catching everybody. Caught us cold up here as well with that try on the blind side.
Yeah, Scott Morrell came on and told us to do it, and I was a bit surprised, but I backed Tex to execute that skill, and then we just had to finish off at the end.
Well done, Will.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well, there you go, and deservedly
so. Scott Morrell, I'm sure, will take all the credit for that. A wonderful rugby league brain, the assistant coach. Spent time at Halifax, Hull KR, began his career at Leeds, but a lot of credit will go to this Castleford side, and some question marks will be in the minds of St Helens. I go back to that bottom stat, 31 play the balls in their opponent's 20-metre line.
Well, Chris Chester in his last game as interim coach, and you nearly pulled off a massive upset. What a performance!
Yeah, it's kind of been the story of the season, hasn't it? You know, proud of the way that the guys fought back there, and you know, with 10 minutes to go, we just came up with some mad plays. I spoke to Scotty. Well, why don't we shift off this next kick-off and play this play, and then off the next one. He said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "Well, look like you're going open and then kick down the short side. If it comes off, it comes off. If it doesn't, we'll probably end up underneath the post." But fortunately for us, we ended up underneath their post. And yeah, I could be proud of the way that they fought back there. And yeah, I'm just disappointed we probably kicked on that last play when we should have probably probably run. But it's been a tough old year. It's been a tough old year, Stuart, and one that we need to reflect on, and we will do over these next couple of days, and look forward. That's all we can do as a club, look forward, and I'm looking forward to what our 2026 side looks like next year.
Well, your new coach ride car arrives at the end of October, and it's very much a new look off the field as well, and on the field, massive changes too. Yeah,
complete change on and off the field. It's probably needed, but yeah, I just I think I just want to congratulate the lads tonight. I thought they were very good. That last 20 minutes, and they fought really, really hard, and I want to thank us fans as well. They've put up with a lot this year, and they've not had a great deal to cheer about, but they've come across in the in the numbers tonight over the Pennines, and they've sung all the way through, and I can't thank them guys enough for the support, and I look forward to seeing them all in 2026.
Final question: room for optimism, though.
100% there is, yeah. There'll be, like I said, a lot of changes on and off the field. The playing squad will look totally different, and I know Ryan's really excited about coming over in October and getting his teeth into a real tough pre-season, and I'm looking forward to working with him as well.
Thank you, Chris.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Well, there is room for optimism.
Absolutely. Some of the players that will stay in the ranks at Castleford Tigers have done themselves a lot of favours tonight with the way that they've shown character and determination and unity within the ranks.
Okay, we've heard from Chris Chester. Let's hear from the winning coach Paul Wellens now. It was always going to be a difficult night for you, and in the end, so it proved to be.
Yeah, obviously, credit to Castleford there for not going away. There was some indifferent stuff there from us tonight. Obviously, we've got a few new faces, a few different combinations, which doesn't help things at times. But we'll reflect on this performance and take away a few things that we want to continue on with. But also, we've got to be disappointed with that last 10 minutes. How we allowed the opposition back into the game like we did. Despite the disruption that we had.
You'll have big changes, of course, next week. You've rested quite a few players, and George Delaney was suspended. Alex Walmsley had his HIA. You now know that you're playing next Saturday. You're playing Leeds at Headingley.
Yeah, what a great opportunity for us, and an exciting challenge. It's a wonderful place to go and play. Always a fantastic atmosphere there, and we're looking forward to it.
I've got to ask you about your two wingers. Lewis Murphy came back tonight. He went off, and then it looked like Kyle Felt had picked up a back injury or a back spasm. How are they fixed?
Yeah, well, I think Lewis was a reoccurrence, and look, we knew it was always a risk, Lewis coming back into the team tonight, but he was adamant he wanted to put his best foot forward in terms of helping the team towards the back end of the year, but it wasn't to be for him. Some back spasms for Kyle. I'm not so sure how serious that is at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, just at the wrong end of the season, because of course you've also lost Owen Dagnall to a hamstring injury, and not ideal ahead of a huge game.
No, it's not. But rugby league throws these things at you, and you've got to learn to adapt, and you've got to find a way of offsetting those losses. So it's something that we've been accustomed to doing in recent history, and we'll do the same again on Saturday.
Final question: teams have come from fifth to win the grand final at Old Trafford. The Saints have it in their armoury to do that.
Well, a lot of people outside the club don't think so, but I can tell you there's a lot of belief within, and that's all that matters.
Thanks, Paul. Well done.
Thanks. Cheers.
Well, there you go. Adamant from Paul Wellens, and at the end there.